Hi everyone. This is going to be a Christian video. Just letting you know ahead of time. You're more than welcome to stay and listen. But I like to let you know ahead of time just in case it's not what you want to do. So, anyway, today I want to talk about the Samaritan woman because I feel that there's more than one point to the story. And the story is in John 4 through 26. I believe that there's 2 points to the story. I mean, I grew up hearing about Samaritans and that they do good things for people and that these are people that you can always turn to. One quick stop. Air cleaners on because smoke in the air in Washington right now. So, yeah, lots of noise. Sorry. Anyway, back to the 2 points. Growing up, knowing that Samaritans were good people, I never realized, even though my family was Christian, that it was actually a story in the Bible. And we used to be out on the boats, and there were people would have Good Samaritan or Good Sam stickers on their boats, and those were people that you could ask for help. And I was always taught that Good Samaritans help people. So, but after reading the story, after being allowed to read the story, if you've heard the story of my mother, then you know why it took me so long to get to the story. Anyway, the Samaritan woman is, what happened was there's a well, and the well was actually only for certain people. It was segregated at that time. And Christ and a couple of his disciples were at the well, and a Samaritan woman walks out, and she's not supposed to be able to drink from the well. So when she sees them, it's a fearful situation. She's thirsty, and she's scared to come to the well because they're sitting there. And back then, we were more, you could tell where people were from a lot easier. So she knew that they were not Samaritan, so she's fearful. So Christ invites her over, and Christ gets her water from the well, and he gives it to her. And there's a point where he's doing this good deed for her. He's helping a Samaritan. He's helping a woman who isn't actually supposed to be there, and he's telling her, no, we should be loving everybody. We should not be separated and segregated, or, if you're thirsty, you should be able to drink. So he's doing this good deed. And that's the main part of the story that people tend to cling to, is that good deed part of the story. I feel that the other part of the story is the Samaritan woman's heart. Of course, she's fearful. She's afraid to walk up to Christ, to, talk to him, or to even take anything from him, because he's different and she's different. And because she's been taught this prejudice, and she thinks that everybody has this prejudice. So the fact that he's inviting her over and giving her water, it changes her heart. She begins to see that they aren't prejudiced, that they're not normal, that they're different than other people. And Christ is talking to her about love, and that she should be able to come over, and that people shouldn't be separated and things like that. In her heart, the way that it melts and the way that it comes to him in this humbleness of, I can't believe that someone is doing this for me. People are so mean to me. I am so grateful and so humble and so appreciative. That humbleness that she has in her heart, in the way that she approaches him, to me, that is the second part of the story. Because as we approach Christ, we should have that humbleness. We should have that feeling that we don't deserve what we're getting, that he's giving it to us anyway. That, to me, is the second part of the story. We should be like that. We should be approaching all the things that we get like that. We should be humbled when people do nice things for us. And it shouldn't just be Christians or anything else. We shouldn't be divided like we are these days. We should all be helping Samaritans. We should be stepping up for anyone who's in need, no matter what the boundaries are. We should be able to do that. And the people who we're approaching should have those humble hearts. People who approach us from outside of what we're told are our peer groups. We should be humbled. We should be grateful. We should be thankful. And we should be realizing, wow, these people are different. Not everyone in this category is like this. This is how our world was meant to be. So the two sides of the Samaritan story, I believe, are an amazing point about everything that's going on in the world right now and how we're causing these divisions and these separations. And we should be stepping up to help the other one. And the other ones, or anyone who comes to us to help us, we should be humbled and we should be grateful and we should be thanking them. It should be the love and kindness and hope and the removing of boundaries that should be affecting us right now. We should be removing those boundaries. We should be taking those down. That's the whole reason why Christ was here, was to remove those boundaries. We shouldn't be putting them back up. They need to be lowered. Anyway, back to the Samaritan woman. Amazing story that is totally current for our time. That is what I pray for you this week, that in Jesus' name, you step out of your comfort zone and you help those that you don't feel are in your peer group, that you start to see everyone as someone that you should help. And that if someone helps you, you find the humbleness, and that we all find that our boundaries are lowering, our fences are lowering, our separations are lowering, and that we feel less division this week. In Jesus' name, I pray that for all of you. And as always, believe and make it so.